right, I am back. This is the third day in a row. What is happening? I better not jinx myself, right? All right. I've already used about 6 products today. I was like, maybe I should start my video by talking with people about what products I use every day so that way you guys can see like how I actually use these products every single day. Like different lotions. I used an eye cream today, a lip gloss, a lipstick, frankincense, the mouthwash, the toothpaste. I know many of you guys who are watching this video have actually probably done the same. Okay, so today in this lesson, we are going to talk about discovering your why. And I will come back to this little handy dandy thing. This is from Grow Workspace, and it is 49 days of business training and business education. Most of our videos will be around 10 to 20 minutes. This one may go a little bit longer because it's much more interactive. And I don't want to rush through it because as I was writing it last night, I was like, this one is really good. I want to make sure people really get this because as you guys move along in your businesses, you're going to see how important this is for you and then also for people who you enroll and train to do the business. So let's dive right in. Let's dive right in and get started with one of our first actual lessons where you're going to do something. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about our goals and helping you discover your why. So goals we talked about in the first training. Today we're going to discover your why. So at the beginning of this lesson, it's number 3 if you're following along in this. Lesson 3, they start it with a video that is called Why I Oil Challenge. And so it starts out, it's really cool, and it's talking about like all the different reasons that people oil and why they would want to explore doing this business. And some of those things were exploring the world, family, working from home, the excitement of being able to work from home. Some people do this because of optimal fitness, community, emotional support. Some people do this because of creativity in the kitchen. And many people do this because they are pursuing a passion, which is something that we will talk a little bit more about today. And also, a lot of people do this for their health, right? So people want to do maybe yoga, or they want to incorporate their oils into connecting with people, into community, into cooking, into giving back to others. Many people oil for emotional support, for physical support. There's so many different reasons why we oil. And at the end of this lesson, we're going to talk more about you sharing with us, why do you oil? And if you already have an answer for that, go ahead and share that in the comments, as we'd love to hear why you are oiling. And again, we'll give you a little bit more on the Why I Oil challenge at the end of this lesson. So can you pinpoint why you oil or why you got started with Young Living in the first place? Think about that just for a second, okay? What made you personally fall in love with Young Living? For me, I somehow knew that it held the answers to many of the things that I had already been searching for. So I was already doing lots and lots of research about health, about making myself better, about feeling better. I had a lot of health challenges that I was going through at the time, and I just simply could not find my fit, if that makes sense. Something inside of me knew that this was going to be my next adventure in life. Once I found the starter kit, I had been doing some research. I had a friend who was a distributor, so I reached out to her. I was actually in between a couple people, and I went with one of my friends. And when I got my starter kit, it was something about these products that I fell in love with. I knew that part of this adventure was all about me learning about these products, sharing these products, educating others on them. And this opportunity brought me outside of myself again. So I think in a lot of ways, as you know, a mom at the time of 4 children, I think I had really gotten back, like crawled back into myself. And that wasn't really who I was. And so I think this gave me an opportunity to kind of like jump back outside of myself, help other people, teach other people, kind of do the things that I was passionate about. So can you come up with a why this early on for wanting to do the business with Young Living? I personally love to reflect, and I want you to ask yourself, these personalized questions as well, so that you can get to know yourself a little bit more, and also why you would like to become successful at this opportunity. I think that's really important. Many people start this together, oils and products paid for. That's totally fine. It's actually a really awesome start and reason to do this business. However, in this training series, we're going to go a little bit further, a little bit deeper into this, and we're going to teach you how to stretch yourself a little bit and take this a step farther. That is our goal. So creating a why is that thing that's going to keep you pushing forward. It's going to help you when things get hard. For me, again, it's about building something that I can be proud of. Last night I was reflecting and trying to think back of, what were my first goals? What was my first why? What things could I share with you guys that might help you guys kind of like dive into your story a little bit more and personalize it? So for me, it was about having something that created stability for me, something that would be sustainable without me, something that could keep giving, something that could keep going on without me. So I wanted to be able to actually build something, if you were to picture with your hands. This is more, physically than mentally right now, but if you could build something with your hands, a pyramid or something that you just know is never going to end. That was kind of what it was about for me, is I felt like this was something that I could build that was actually never going to go away. So your why is going to come in hand again during those times that you reflect, and those times that you sit down to remember why you started. So many of you right now started a long time ago, and this lesson is going to be really, really good for you, because there may be times that you question why you even started, right? And knowing yourself and remembering your reason for starting this in the first place is going to be what actually creates the stability and hopefully the long-term sustainability for you and or for your family. I want to say, and I don't want to like keep saying this, but as we go through these trainings, you may question yourself. You may wonder, do I have what it takes? Okay. Your biggest battles are going to be those that you have with yourself. Okay. You may get lonely, right? You may get frustrated, but in those times, remember your why. So for me, like if I'm getting lonely, right? If I'm doing this business by myself, even though I want to run my own business, I want to be independent, I want to have time freedom, financial freedom. If I get lonely, I remember my why. I remember what the reason is that I'm doing this, right? So as I've talked about this, can you now tell me in the comments, can you share, if you're watching the replay, can you share with your teammates? Could you tell your enroller, what is your why? Why are you pursuing this? Create a why that also involves somebody other than yourself. A why that is going to maybe even involve you being able to do more than a $300 order each month, right? Because if you do $300 or 300 PV each month, you get all those freebies, which are $200 to $300 sometimes worth of freebies, plus all the points. So that's a big reason to want to do this business, is because you can get all of your products plus more paid for by sharing Young Living. So I want to go a little bit further as you go through this class, and help you create a larger why, one that is going to be able to help you continue to go, continue to grow as you reach silver, gold, and yes, for some of you, even platinum and above. So I want to give you something, again, that you can kind of hold on to, something that is going to keep you grounded as you learn to grow. All right, so can I take you on an even larger stretch, right? As I said in some of the previous videos, we're going to kind of like stretch and kind of like move into this, right? I want to share with you guys the income disclosure statement. And this is what different people make at different ranks, okay? So I'll post that in the comments. I will also probably try to insert that picture in this video. But as you look at this income disclosure, I will just kind of show you this right here. As you look at the income disclosure, you can see the different ranks. And then over here, you can see the different amounts of money that people make. And the average is, yeah, all the way over here. So that's the average. Don't know if you can see it, but you can pull it up by typing in Google Young Living Income Disclosure Statement, and you can click on images and you can get a full image of what people make at different ranks with Young Living. So the stretch that we're going to do here is creating a why that fits your ideal rank. So what rank or income from our income disclosure fits your initial why? So if you're just starting out, for example, my initial why was kind of what I had shared above, but it was also, along with building something that I could be proud of, it was, again, something that could hopefully be stable and sustainable. So my initial rank that matched my why in my mind at that time was silver. I needed a silver income to be able to feel like I reached what I had initially set out to do. Like I wanted to accomplish something. I was also going at the time for the incentive that they had, which was the Aroma Complete. I was doing that simultaneously, which was 120 oils. So that helped me as well. And just also worth mentioning, there are incentives going on with Silverbound right now. So if you're interested in getting that extra training, let us know and we can get that training over to you. So while you are trying to hit a certain rank, you can also go for different incentives. So for me, wanting to hit silver, the average monthly income is $2,227 every single month. This is totally attainable. I did it in 4 months. So you can do it. Some people, it takes 10 years, okay? Again, this business is hand-tailored to you, so you are going to be the one to decide what that looks like. I have not made less than this amount of money in the last 5 years. So every single month for 5 years, I have made either that amount of money or more every single month for the last 5 years. So it is attainable, it is doable. That might help you guys to see why I'm so passionate about helping people create their why, about helping them discover why they want to do this, right? You need to have a goal. You need to have a why. So what kind of why are you going to have? Don't be afraid to have a big income or rank why, okay? You can go large if you want right from the gate. Don't feel bad about that. This kind of why is the one that's actually going to help you stay motivated, okay? It's going to pick you up when you get knocked down, and it's going to hopefully make you move mountains to get there. So in order to help you come up with your why, I'm going to ask you to dream just a little bit, okay? This is actually kind of hard for people, and I understand that. It's hard for everybody at some point or another in their lives. If it's hard right now for you, even better, because it's time for you to start practicing again what dreaming looks like, okay? Something really exciting about dreaming that people don't realize is that it puts you in control, right? Like you have the keys to your life. It's like a fresh start. It's like, okay, what do I want to happen with my life? Like, what do I want to accomplish? When was the last time that you actually sat down and really took 5 minutes to yourself to dream? Like, close your eyes and let your mind travel to a place that maybe only you can travel when you close your eyes and you dream. This is somewhat like envisioning, right? Like you're envisioning what you want. That's going to be a place for some people. That's going to be an accomplishment for some people. Some people, it's just going to be a feeling that you get. It's kind of what we do when we want what is in our minds to become a reality. So that is kind of what I look at dreaming as, right? It's like, what is it in your mind that you want to become a reality? Many of us are going to stop ourselves, like right there, if you tried to do that, and you can pause this video and take a moment, take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes to figure out what is your why. Like, what is important to you? What is your dream if you were to have one? But many of us are going to stop ourselves from doing this because we don't even think it's possible, right? We don't really even believe that we can make our dreams a reality. Somehow I still dream. I still believe. Think of a why that makes you cry. Like, dig super deep and create the life that you want, even if it is only in your wildest dreams. Like, even if it is something that you're only creating in your mind, I mean, seriously, can it hurt? Like, I feel like it's still healthy for you to kind of like have that mentality, to have that mindset that things are possible, that you can actually create things with your hands, that you can actually make your dreams a reality. So, what I want you to do is I want you to print out this income disclosure statement and pin it up somewhere, okay? Even if the figures serve as a reminder of where you would like to be in life, what you would like to accomplish, it may not even be through Young Living. This may just be a reminder to constantly be focusing on success, on dreaming, on having a why. So be open to the fact that Young Living, I mean, this is network marketing. So you may start out on this path and it may be all about Young Living and building a business. But in the end, it may actually turn into something else because network marketing is the best, the most amazing business training that I have personally seen. Many business people go to many network marketing trainings because it's about connecting with people. It's about reaching other people and talking to people and bringing them into your community and teaching them and educating them. And so you may start this as Young Living, get all this business training, and it may turn into something else for you. It may turn into a lot of different opportunities that maybe, again, you've only ever dreamed of before. So make whatever it is that you are dreaming about big, okay? Again, print off this income disclosure, pin it up somewhere, wake up every single day this next week and remind yourself, okay? Every single morning, okay? I want you guys to say this out loud. You can write this down, pause the video, rewind, whatever you have to do. But every day this week, no matter how silly it feels, I want you to say to yourself, first thing in the morning, which I'm already getting this accomplished today, I choose to put my dreams first, okay? Remind your spouse, your children, your friends, your family members that you are choosing to put your dreams first today. No matter how weird that sounds, keep saying that to yourself because what's going to happen in your schedule, what's going to happen in your life is you're going to start pushing things away that are actually not helping you accomplish your dreams. Does that make sense? You're going to start thinking differently about how you accomplish your dreams simply by saying this statement. Try it, right? Like, what do you have to hurt? So let's also take a moment to look outside of ourselves and answer this question. How will you impact, inspire, and empower others through Young Living? If you notice, I started this all about you, right? All about your why, all about what this could accomplish for your family because I want this to be about you first. And a lot of people won't say that, right? Like a lot of people feel bad about thinking about themselves first. But the thing is we can think about ourselves and we can also impact, inspire, and empower others through Young Living. I will never not say that I am not doing this for me because I am. At the core of the reason I am doing this, at the core of my why, it's about me. And I want you guys to have that freedom. I want you guys to understand that that is okay to have that. But you can also look through this magnifying glass of this business and you can look to see how to impact, how to inspire, and how to empower others through Young Living. If that doesn't happen, you guys, in the way that you think that it's going to happen, it's definitely not probably happen the way that maybe I thought would happen, but that's okay. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to love the products, to use them on your family, to use them in your house, to impact people wherever you go, wherever the opportunities arise. If it doesn't look the way that you think that it should look, take a step back and realize again why you are doing this, okay? Why you are doing this is most important, and then let everything else spill out of that. And then see what happens, see what becomes of that. Okay, so in closing, I hope you guys have found value from this video, but in closing, I love reflective questions. The more time that you spend on having these questions, the better, because this time that you spend investing in yourself is going to also count for investing in your business, okay? The better you know yourself, the better chances you have at being successful in this business. So number one is what do you have to lose if you do this business? Okay, write that question down. And then take some time this week to reflect on this, to really answer this, to really understand this. Number two is what do you have to lose if you don't do this business? I think these things are going to be different for everybody, and I think they're going to be very important for you to know and to understand. Number 3 is write down your dreams. The things that you thought of today, write those things down, okay? Take some extra time. You can never take too much time for your dreams, okay? Don't forget to add your goals also from the other day that we had talked about. That was from video 1. Pin your why up somewhere along with your income disclosure. And also, if you feel comfortable, you could do a dream board if you want, pin that up. Or you can simply write down your dreams, pin them up, whatever you want to do from there is fine. But this way you can see them every day. Hopefully you can look at them every morning and throughout the day. You can study them, right? I've done this countless times as far as I do much of this stuff mentally. These are mental exercises that I'm giving you. And this allows you, by studying them and pinning them up, it allows you to kind of get to know them every single day, right? Before you go to bed, when you wake up in the morning. The thing is that if you just write them down and you never take the time to mentally think about them, then these exercises aren't going to work. So you need to write these things down, but then you also need to take time to reflect on them. And I'm not talking like all the time, right? Like we go through phases where we do this, and that's kind of what this training is about, is that we're kind of getting people back into that mode to where they're thinking about their why, they're thinking about their dreams, because we don't take enough time to do that. And so if we are intentional at certain times in our business, which is going to hopefully be August, September time each year for our team, then that's only going to help motivate us and catapult us more and more into where we want to go. So the bonus at the end of this is, I had talked about the Why I Oil challenge at the beginning of this video. So that is a really cool video clip that they put on the Grow Workspace lesson. If you are not a member, you should become a member. You do not have to, though, in order to go through these trainings, but they have some really cool video clips that are just some extra things. You're not going to be any more or less successful, in my opinion, if you do not have these videos. But they talk about the Why I Oil challenge. And so I want you guys to be ready to be a part of an oily movement with us and to be able to share your why with the world, okay? Big or small, doesn't have to be, it can be serious, it can be fun, right? Like a lot of the reason I do this business is for fun. I love to do what I do. And that's what's cool, right? What do you do in your business, Tara? I love to do what I do when I do it, and it's fun to me. So these whys can be super obvious or they could be unexpected, right? Everyone has their reason for getting oily. Everybody has their reason for doing this. So here's what you do. You, with this Why I Oil challenge, it's like a bonus homework lesson, is you take a picture of your favorite thing about Young Living Oils, what they do for your family, the opportunities you have, or the opportunities that you plan to have. For example, a photo of you painting or playing the guitar, hanging out with your family, traveling, cooking, anything that this business will allow you to do now or in the future, okay? So you're going to take a photo of that. You're going to add your why somewhere on your photo. You can use an app if you want. You could actually draw it out and then take a picture of it all if you want. But most phones have a feature to add text in your photos, or you can use an app, right? Then you're going to post this picture in the comments of this video, and then you can also post it to any of your social media platforms. And then this allows you to kind of have some accountability and to also share your why with the world. It can be simple as health or family, or it can be as complex as inner peace, emotional wellness, mental wellness, or service to others, right? Some people literally do Young Living because they're a service company and they want to serve others. So be sure to use the hashtag WhyOil. So hashtag is the £, and then you put WhyIOil at the end of your post. So that is your guys' challenge for this week. And thank you so much for joining me. I told you this training would be a little bit longer, but it's because I did not want to rush through it. I wanted to make sure to take the time to allow you guys to pause the video, to comment, to share. kind of what you're thinking, what you're doing, where you're going personally. I will have this video up on our Whole Total Health business education YouTube channel. And so then that way we can share this as we go along. So that way if people get started in our training a little bit late, then they will not feel left behind because they can catch up on the weekends or whenever it works for them. So our goal with this is for the months of August and September, we are going to continue to keep these business trainings going. So that way the person who has never had any exposure to business, they can go from the beginning of this training to the end of this training and feel super confident and super successful with the direction of their Young Living business. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, and we will be going over our next lesson, which is the comparison game. Have an awesome day.